Well, hello. We're going to do a little run and chat today. I want to talk about motivation and how motivation is a lie. I will say that it's probably one of the biggest misconceptions about fitness and running and all the things is that some people are just more motivated than others. And while that is true to a certain extent, I am often not motivated. And what keeps me going is not motivation, but consistency, systems, goals, all the things. So let's run a couple miles and talk about it. Why can't we rely on motivation? Well, motivation is unreliable. Motivation is a feeling. It's an emotion. Emotions can change daily. Your energy changes. Life gets chaotic. Family stress, work stress. So you can't build habits on feelings alone. You need more than just a feeling to get you going, to keep you going. Your feelings can get you going. Motivation is a great spark, but it's not good fuel for the fire. Motivation might get you started, but you need more than that to keep going. Okay, so what do you do when you don't have the motivation? Because your life is crazy, your energy is gone, you just don't feel like doing it. One of the biggest things that I do for myself is I lower my expectations. I lower the bar rather than just quitting altogether. So I've had to adjust my expectations a lot since really even just starting this YouTube channel. So many things have changed in my body, in our lives, in our schedules, so I've had to lower the bar. I'm not going to be out there running 10 miles on a Saturday anytime soon, but I'm going to run a mile if I can, 2 miles if I can. I'm going to take walk breaks when I need to. I'm going to lift lighter weights. I'm going to find different modifications for exercises I can do. I'm going to eat the best that I can with where I'm at the moment. So rather than just saying, well, I don't feel like doing XYZ because I can't, because I don't have enough time or I'm injured, I'm going to say, okay, I can't do XYZ, but maybe I can do LMN, right? I'm going to adjust my expectations, lower the bar, always better than just quitting altogether. So the goal for me during hard seasons isn't always about growth and getting better, getting faster, getting stronger. It's sometimes just about doing whatever I can to stay consistent with the habits. The next habit that I have to protect momentum when I know motivation is lacking or when motivation is going to fail me is I build systems that make consistency easier. For example, setting my clothes out, getting my clothes out the night before, planning what my workout is going to be the next day. Oh, I need to start running again. Having my coffee pot set up, ready to go. So all I have to do is hit start. Having a morning routine. So for me, if I don't work out first thing in the morning, I will find all kinds of reasons and ways to talk myself out of it. So what works for me to stay consistent is it is a non-negotiable to do my workout in the morning, obviously, with caveat. I have a small child. She doesn't always sleep. So if there's always reasons to not work out, right? Good reasons. But most of the time, the reasons I come up with to not work out are not good reasons. They're excuses. So I train when I'm tired. I've said this so many times. When my alarm goes off at 5 a.m., I'm exhausted. I do not want to get up, but I get up anyways. I'm tired. I don't want to put my workout clothes on and lift a heavy weight, but I do it anyways because I've made that commitment to myself and to my goals. So I do it tired. I do everything I can to remove the obstacles that I might face at 5 o'clock in the morning to prevent me from working out. So building systems that make consistency easier. Another thing that helps me when motivation is lacking is reminding myself that Faithfulness matters more than intensity. What that means is showing up imperfectly. Small daily disciplines, small daily habits add up. Sometimes we feel like we have to go big or go home, and that's great sometimes, but that's not how we have to show up every day. It's great to go big, but it's also great to go small, as long as you're going. So if that means I only get a mile run in, that's okay. Even if I planned for 3 or 5 or 10, it's those small daily obedience, the small daily disciplines, showing up imperfectly, just showing up. Even if I know I'm not going to be able to give 100%, giving what I can that day. A lot of life is just learning to show up faithfully, even when you don't feel like it, even when you don't feel inspired. Showing up even when you don't feel good enough or equipped. Just like God loves us in all of our mess, we can love ourselves in all of our mess, as long as we are trying to be better every day. So, faithfulness matters way more than intensity when it comes to staying on track and depending on your consistency and your systems rather than motivation, which will fail you. And I know this one is going to sound cheesy, and you've heard it a million times before, but it really is important and it really matters. But to remember your why. Remember my why. Why do I want to do this? Do I want to qualify for Boston? Absolutely. Do I want to achieve that? Yes. But more importantly, do I want to be healthy for a long time? Do I want to be active for a long time? Yes. Do I want to be able to play with Jackie and stay alive for a lot longer than I would have needed to had we not had another baby? We're going to be grandparents, grandparent age. Heck, we already are. I already am grandparent age. My baby brother is a grandparent. Having another child later in life definitely puts a little bit more sense of urgency for me to stay healthy, to have energy, to be a good example for my children, to show them that I can show up and do hard things even when I don't want to, even when I don't feel good enough, even when I don't feel motivated. I can show up for myself and I can show up for them. So remember your why, whatever that is. Health, energy, how you look. Sure, that's fine. That's great. It's okay to be motivated by looks. We all want to look better. That's honest and that's real. That's okay. But it is more than that for me. And it should be more than that for you. Because looks do fade as age comes. So remember, we can't just rely on our emotions. Motivation is unreliable. It is an emotion we can't rely on. We need to remember that it's okay to lower the bar sometimes, to lower the expectation on ourselves if it means still getting up and doing it. We need to build systems that help eliminate as many obstacles as possible, that make consistently showing up easier. Faithfulness matters more than intensity. So show up imperfectly, show up with what little you have, and then remember your why. Remember why you want to improve your health. Remember why you want to work out, why you want to do these things. And you don't need to feel fired up and full of energy every single day. You just need to keep showing up more often than you quit. And the last thing I want to say is consistency in fitness looks a lot different than I think most people think. Consistency really is just ordinary people showing up ordinarily on ordinary days, doing ordinary things consistently, and that's what makes them extraordinary.